Welcome to the Create More Intimacy podcast. I'm Elisa Stoddard, and I help men stop chasing sex and start building real connection so they finally feel close, connected, and wanted again. Let's be real. You don't want to be the guy who blows up or shuts down every time things get tense at home. But you just keep losing it. And afterward, you feel ashamed and confused and frustrated, and sometimes even disgusted with yourself. If you've ever thought, why do I keep doing this? Today, I've got answers for you. Welcome back to the Create More Intimacy podcast, a podcast for men who want more connection, more appreciation, and more closeness in their marriage. Today, we are digging into why you keep reacting in ways you regret and what you can start doing differently starting now. Losing it doesn't always look like yelling. It might be slamming a drawer or a door or walking away mid-sentence. Maybe giving her that look that says, I'm done here. Or even going completely silent for the rest of the night. You might think you're being calm because you're not raising your voice, but she feels that shift. And so do you. Maybe it's sarcasm. Maybe it's a sigh or a muttering under your breath. But it's still a reaction, and it's costing you connection. What's happening in those moments isn't about control. It's about emotional overload, and your nervous system is trying to escape as fast as possible. Here's the part most guys miss. You're not losing it because of her. You're losing it because something in you is being activated, and you were never taught how to handle it. Most of the men that I work with are not mean or out of control. They're exhausted. They're carrying pressure at work, home, inside of themselves, and their relationship is where that all leaks out. A client of mine said this to me. My wife questions how I handle some things with the kids, and then suddenly I feel like I'm 12 again, and I've disappointed everyone. That moment, that reaction, it's not about what she said. It's about what you make it mean. Narratives like, I'm not enough. She doesn't trust me. No matter what I do, it's never right. That is what is driving your reactions. Here's the truth. You don't have an anger problem. You have an emotional maturity problem, an emotional processing problem. What looks like anger is often something much deeper. Maybe it's embarrassment or shame or feeling rejected or fear or helplessness. But most men don't know how to sit with those. So they armor up. They get big and loud or cold and quiet because everything feels better than feeling small or vulnerable. Oh, I get it. You were taught that strength means holding it together, not falling apart. But real strength? It's the ability to stay with yourself even when you are uncomfortable. Let me tell you about another client. He came to me after another fight where his wife said, I don't feel emotionally safe around you. And man, that hit him hard. Not because she was wrong, but because she was right. And it crushed him to admit it. We worked on one goal, awareness, not perfection, not emotional mastery, just noticing. One night she questioned something he had said to their son, and normally he would have fired back or just shot it down. But this time he said, that hit me harder than I expected. I need a minute. It was simple, honest, clear, and guess what? She softened because he showed up, not as a defensive man, but as a straight-up human. In that moment, everything changed. Here's what I want to suggest you try. Learn your tells. Your body knows before your brain catches up. Is your jaw tight? Is your chest hot? Is your face hot? Are your shoulders tensing? That's your signal. Pause right there. You need to interrupt that moment and say, I'm starting to get worked up, or I need a pause because I want to handle this better. That's not weakness. That's leadership. That's you taking responsibility. Then ask yourself, what am I actually feeling right now? What did I need that I don't know how to say? What story am I telling myself in that moment? This is how patterns start to shift. Losing it over and over takes a toll on you, on your family. And it chips away at your partner's safety. It keeps conversations shallow or even non-existent. And it reinforces that story that you're too angry or too reactive. And worst of all, it erodes your own self-respect. You know that guilt? Yeah, that feeling. But when you stop reacting from your wounds and start responding from true awareness, you show up so differently. She feels safer, and you feel prouder of who you are at that moment. And intimacy, that real, deep, emotional intimacy, that's possible again. So if you've been walking around saying, "Ugh, I did it again," if you're tired of letting your reactions hijack your marriage, this is your wake-up call. You aren't broken, but you are overdue for a better way. And that better way, it starts with learning to stay present even when you start to feel uncomfortable. You've got this. Thanks for listening. See you next time. Thanks for being here. If something in this episode hit home, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. It helps more men find the support they need. And if you are ready to get help or take the next step, you'll find the link to book a free call in the show notes. I'll see you next time.